Last week was supposed to be a celebration, and in many ways it still was. After an emotional, unforgettable Coca-Cola 600, the NASCAR Cup Series walked away with its 8th different winner of the season in Daniel Suarez. A moment of triumph, a moment of healing, and a reminder of how unpredictable this sport can be. But now, the halfway point is here. The regular season clock is ticking, and the battle for the chase for the Cup starts to heat up like a Tennessee summer. This is a place where concrete is tough, the racing is tighter, and the margin of error is thinner than a guitar string on Lower Broadway. Since this track joined the schedule in 2021, it's given us 5 races with 5 different winners, a perfect record of unpredictability. And with the field as wild as it's been this year, you have to wonder, is a 6th one tuning up right now? Well, Nashville has its own rhythm, a little grit, a little twang, and a whole lot of attitude. Out here, drivers don't just chase speed, they chase harmony, the perfect lap, the perfect line, and the perfect moment to strike. And with the chase picture tightening up, every point matters, every mistake stings, and every lap feels like a verse in a song that's still being written up. Alright, enough with the Nashville country music puns. Let's see who's ready to step up, plug in, and take center stage, because in the Music City, someone always finds a way to steal the show. Welcome to the 14th race of the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season as MDK RaceDay gets you ready for the 2026 Cracker Barrel 400, live from Nashville Superspeedway in Lebanon, Tennessee. And continuing the theme, we've had multiple rainouts canceling practice, qualifying, all sorts of stuff these past couple weeks. Today here in Nashville, at least for the nighttime, not too bad. I mean, there is a small chance because sees some precipitation around the area, but temperature will be in the mid-60s, slight wind 5 miles an hour south through the racetrack, wind gusts at 6 miles per hour, but we are scheduled to go racing at 7:20 p.m. Eastern Time on Prime. Welcome everyone back to episode of MDK RaceDay. My name is Jet. Hope you're having a wonderful day. As you can hear, I am still not 100%. I made a post, I think, 3-4 days ago. I was not able to post the Coca-Cola 600 review because scratchy throat, and then it started to develop more and more into a major cold, and I could not do a video, and I do apologize for that. But yeah, still not 100%, but we're gonna grind it out. We're gonna still get through. I do apologize for all the positive messages that y'all were sending onto that post. I really appreciate that. I am good. I understand that everything that happened last week, I understand there's a lot of heightened awareness that's going on, but trust me, I'm okay, I'm fine, I'm getting better, I am taking rest, but we still got racing to do, we still got videos to discuss, but I'm taking care of myself, but I really do appreciate that. Let's go over last Sunday at the Coke 600. Like I said, we had our 8th different winner in Daniel Suarez, who jumps up 4 positions to 10th in the point standings after a race that was dominated by the Toyotas. The top 2 still remains, being Tyler Reddick and Denny Hamlin, 122 points separates the 2. Ryan Blaney up a spot in 3rd. Ty Gibbs up 2 spots to 4th. Chase Elliott with his crash in the 600 falls to 5th, with Larson right behind in 6th. Chris Buescher in 7th. Bell, a much needed great run for him in 8th, up 3 positions. Carson Hocevar in 9th. There you see Daniel Suarez in 10th. Brad Keselowski 11th, and William Byron in 12th. Bubba Wallace, after once again having what I thought a pretty good car to have a really good run, ends up getting into a little crash incident on a restart, falls to 13th in the point standings now. Shane Van Gisbergen with a great run up 2, as well as Chase Briscoe, with Ryan Preece falls to 16th, holding the final spot ahead of Austin Cindric. Joe Logano remains 18th, AJ Allmendinger 19th, Michael McDowell 20th, Zane Smith 21st, Eric Jones welcome back into the picture in 22nd, and Ross Chastain down 4 positions to 23rd in the standings. Now, qualifying was rained out, so due to NASCAR's metric system, as we take a look at the 2026 Cracker Barrel 400 starting lineup, Denny Hamlin starts on the pole for this race. He has the best average finish out of all drivers in the past 3 races with a 6.0. To his outside is, like I said, his driver and the points leader, Tyler Reddick, in the 45. Row 2 is last week's winner, Daniel Suarez, and Christopher Bell, like I said, who's trying to kickstart his season after what he had a pretty slow start to the 2026 campaign. Row 3 is Kyle Larson, who won the inaugural race at Nashville in 2021, starts alongside Ty Gibbs in the 54. Row 4 has the defending Nashville race winner in Ryan Blaney, starts alongside William Byron in the 24 car, and rather the top 10 is the 2024 Nashville winner in Joey Logano. To his outside is Shane Van Gisbergen in the 97 Tootsie Chevrolet. Row 6 has Zane Smith in the 38 alongside Brad Keselowski. Eric Jones and Michael McDowell makes up row 07. Row A, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. with that beautiful NOS Energy throwback paint scheme in honor of Kyle Busch. Starts alongside AJ Allmendinger in the 16 ride. He's had a pretty good weekend so far and a not too bad record here at Nashville. He won here in the O'Reilly Series in the past. Row 9 has Carson Hocevar in the 77 and Bubba Wallace in the Hardy's throwback to the Cale Yarborough days in the 23 car. Starts in the 18th position with Alex Bowman and Cole Custer rounding out the top 20. Row 11 has Todd Gillen and Chris Buescher. Row 12 is kind of an interesting row of 2011 drivers. The past of the future, Riley Herbst in the 35, and his replacement for 2027, Corey Heim in the 67. Row 13 has Austin Hill, the number 33 Chevrolet, alongside Noah Gragson in the 4. John Nemechek and Ryan Preece make up row 14. Chase Elliott, who won here in 2022, alongside Ty Dillon, I should say, round out to top 30. Chase Briscoe and Austin Dillon make up row 16. Josh Berry and Cody Ware, row 17. Ross Chastain, who has won here back in 2023, starting in way back in the field due to his poor run in the Coke 600, alongside Austin Cindric in the 18, and round out the 38 car field is Chad Fitchett with the 66 and rookie Connor Zilch in the 88. Here's a look at the odds to win here at Nashville. It's no surprise to see that you got the likes of Hamlin, Reddick, Bell, Gibbs, and Larson. Best odds of them all, 285, 500, 750, 850, and 1100 respectively. Ryan Blaney, defending winner, at 1400. Chastain, Briscoe, and Byron, as well as Elliott, all sitting at 1800. So big names with big odds. Hocevar at 2,000, Wallace at 2,800, McDowell at 3,500. Then you got some real big names with long shot odds like Logano 4,000, Keselowski and Cindric at 5,500, Buescher at 6,000, Hill at 6,500, and Bowman and Preece each sitting at 7,500. So what are the expectations? What can we expect here at Nashville? Well, Goodyear's bringing the same tire that they brought for the Coke 600 last Sunday to Nashville, and that was a fantastic race. Now, this will be new to Nashville. They never had this tire package. Compile that with this being one of the races that will have NASCAR's 750 updated horsepower package and even lower downforce. We could see a very interesting way how this race plays out. The track is going to be a lot faster with it being the nighttime, so it's going to be much more grip. But with the new tire compound, at least for Nashville standards, how will that affect with the 750 horsepower package at a track like Nashville that is fully concrete? That will be interesting to see. Now, we did have an extended 45-minute practice session. However, that was in the middle of the day. So could there be a lot that you could take from the daytime to the nighttime? We'll see. One driver we're going to have to take a look at is Ross Chastain. Like I said, he's 23rd in the point settings right now. Needs a huge summer to get back in the chase picture. He won here back in 2023, and he was very fast in practice. He was fast, had the second fastest lap overall, and was second fastest in the 5 and 10 lap averages, and was fastest in the 15, 20, and 25 lap. So that one car, he's got speed both in the short and in the long run. And history tells us that Nashville is going to favor more than likely the Chevrolets. Now, Toyota, yes, they dominated the 600. They want some revenge for not winning the 600 despite leading all of those laps, and they sure brought it. We got the likes of Christopher Bell, like I said, who was fast here in practice, Ty Gibbs, and Denny Hamlin, just to name a few. But like I said, Nashville favors not a Toyota. In the 5 races, we've had 5 different winners, but 2 manufacturers, I should say. 3 Chevrolets, 2 from Hendrick, Larson, and Elliott, and 1 from Trackhouse, that being Ross Chastain. And the other 2 were Fords, both from the Penske stable, the last 2 winners being Blaney in 2025 and Logano in 2024. So Toyota still has not gone a victory lane here at this racetrack. So it is going to be interesting to see So it'll be interesting to see what history tells us, because 2026 tells us that Toyota, they just got the best car. Chevrolet still working on their new car. Ford, they got a lot of issues, but Toyota, they seem to be the most complete. So even though they have not won here, you got to watch out for those drivers. And I mean, Denny Hamlin, again, you just have to include Denny Hamlin in your lineup. You have to include Tyler Reddick. He's going to be fast. Christopher Bell seemed to be on an upswing after a great performance in the 600. So they got some heavy hitters, but you look at the Chevrolet camp, you do got to look at Ross Chastain, despite him starting in the back of the field. Look at Chase Elliott. He's been performing pretty strong here this Sunday, or this weekend, I should say. Maybe even Daniel Suarez continuing on that streak. I mean, that 7 car, they've had speed this season. So who knows what could happen. Very interesting things. We could have a situation like what we had in 2024 where all hell broke loose and we have 15 some odd cautions in the entirety of the race. So anything can happen. Let's take a look at our fantasy live lineup here to the left of me, or to the right, I should say. But yeah, I'm struggling. I'm like, I would think outside the top 20, but what still remains is HMS fan for life. He's still your points leader with Richard Morris 22nd, 56 points behind, Speed Racer in third, Catskill Mountain Racing in fourth, and Denny Delivers still in the fifth position, minus 111 points behind the leader. I got to do some catching up. So we gonna break some heavy hitters. I got Ross Chastain. I think he is due. Here's with Ross Chastain. Despite what you say, he is due to have at least one great race, and I think that's going to come this weekend. Nashville will be this one. Denny Hamlin. I haven't used him as of late, but I'm going to use him again. Denny Hamlin, got him again. Christopher Bell, I don't think I have him in my lineup either once or twice this entire season. Tyler Reddick, I got. Ty Gibbs, I got. And I got Chase Elliott in my garage. I like what I see out of this NASCAR. He could come up clutch just in case one of my starters have any issues. But the driver that I have winning, many of you think, oh, you're going to pick Denny Hamlin. No, I'm not picking Denny Hamlin. Not picking Christopher Bell. I'm going with Ty Gibbs. I like what I see from that 54 team. I mean, Ty Gibbs was fastest in the 10-lap average and was 6th fastest in the 15-lap average. So if you look at the 5, 10, 50, 20, 25, that 54 car has always been in the mix. And I feel like maybe it's a given to kind of just assume Ross Chastain because fastest in the 5 and 10 lap, second fastest in the 5 and 10 lap, fastest in the 15, 20, and 25 lap. But I feel like with the nighttime is going to be different, how the car reacts to it. And I feel like the 54, you don't want to be fastest in the daytime. You want to be fastest in the nighttime. And I think the 54 car got it just right. I like what I see from that 54 team. They have been just put on some fabulous racing stretches of finishes together the last few weeks that began with their win at Bristol. I think the 54 car is going to get his second win of the season. I got Ty Gibbs taking home the Qatar and hopefully an honor of Rowdy. Hopefully he smashes that shit. But those are my thoughts on what I think is going to happen. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content. Until next time, my name is Chet from MDK. Thank you so much for watching. See y'all next time.